Hey folks, Jay here. Haven't done a video in a long time, so I figured I would show you my new toolbox video that I've been promising. I know I've been procrastinating, been real busy. I brought all my tools home and I've been working from home. I thought I'd show you my new humble abode. Alley leads into the driveway. It's a little bit full around here right now, but I do work on cars in here. So let's get started. Alright, now, in here, I keep a lot of my more important sockets. Now, of course, I have a whole lot more in those couple of boxes right there. My old card I used to have. My scanner, a multimeter. You get the point. So let's get started. Sockets, as I said, a couple pairs of safety glasses, flashlight. You know how it works. We got pry bars, screwdrivers, paint pen, and Sharpie, more screwdrivers, and we'll start to get into the drawers of everything. This is a random drawer, extensions, ratchets, swivels, picks, Allen wrenches. These are bits for my DeWalt nut driver, which you can use as an impact. It's strong enough to be a 1/4 inch impact and a little low to be a 3/8, but it does work. It does the job. I did a 6.7 liter engine swap and I used that 3/8 for a lot of it. Believe it or not, a lot of those bell housing bolts and torque converter nuts are only supposed to be torqued to about 30 foot-pounds, and my nut driver is about 115 foot-pounds. That's that. Always have a swivel ratchet. Yes, it's a Pittsburgh. Used it like crazy. Did a retrofit and a bunch of Sonics one time. Definitely worked out great. Now, on to the next drawer. I have pliers, things to cut with, you know, more random stuff. Dikes, side cutters, knives, scissors, snap ring pliers, adjustable wrench. Here we go, my real drawer. As I've showed you before, my Aircat. 1,300 foot-pounds of breakaway torque. Used the hell out of it over the last couple of years. Hasn't failed me. 1,000 pounds of working torque, 1,300 in reverse. Now, one of the strongest 3/8 you'll ever come across, a Cornwell. Small, compact, very easy to use, gets up in smaller spaces, has settings on it. Turn the knob, and you get your settings, which nowadays I am not using so much because I don't have an air compressor. That's where my DeWalt nut driver comes in use. 20 volt, very strong. Can drive nails and use the bits I told you to put in there and use it as an impact. My DeWalt drill, strongest drill I've ever owned. Now, My Harbor Freight air ratchet. This thing has been through hell and back and still works. People knock on that Harbor Freight. This $20 as opposed to paying $100 off of a tool truck. But the way this thing has lasted me, I have no regrets. Now, the best of the best. The Milwaukee 3/8 Impact. You're not going to find another better electric impact on the market. These batteries last forever. So long. So, consider picking them up. This one was about $150 for the tool. The batteries can be about $50 a piece. Last forever. But I bought them in a kit with my 1/2 inch. And my 1/2 inch is out in my car. I'll show you that at the end. The 1/2 inch puts out 1,100 foot-pounds of breakaway torque. The thing is as good as any air impact you'll ever get. And it's just great. It saved my butt quite a few times. Now, I got torque wrenches, Pittsburgh ones. They were calibrated. They're calibrated nicely. I got my breaker bar, a big hammer, and a ball peen. Always have a ball peen. You never know when you're gonna need it. You don't need it as much as maybe a big hammer, but you don't always want to use a big hammer on everything. Be careful. Big channel locks. Have a big set of channel locks. These, in my opinion, are the best drill bits you can buy. If I can ever get it open, we'll get in real close. Now, look at all those. It's about $118 off the tool truck, but these things are resilient, and I believe you can up to a 1/4 inch. If any of them break, they are returnable. Free. Get new ones. 1/2 inch torque wrench, 3/8 torque wrench. I have my wrenches laid out, yes. Craftsman ratcheting wrenches. But as you'll notice, on the open end, these also ratchet, which is weird. These are $70-something. Okay, $70-something brand new. Got them off Amazon for $25. Pittsburgh wrenches haven't given me a problem. I've been working in the field for 3 years. Haven't given me a problem. Real sleek, easy to handle, don't hurt your hands. And I've used them on some pretty heavy duty bolts and nuts. Same thing with this. This is my standard drawer. And my metric drawer is up there. They look so pretty too. Bottom drawer. Just some random, some multimeter. Soldering iron kit. This is how you really put wires back together. Use a soldering iron. Butt connectors are not that great. They'll work, but they're not great. Solder it, people. Be a professional. Also, this light. Also bought from Cornwell. Very, very bright, rechargeable, lasts a long time. Test light, some fluids, chains, gloves, things of that nature. Something I forgot to mention when we were up here, something that every tool guy is going to have to buy eventually. These are called Torx Plus bits, okay? I'm going to show you why. Now a normal Torx is star-shaped, like those. So is this to an extent. But Ford and other manufacturers have come out with this new type of fastener where you need these rounded sides instead of the pointy sides, or they don't fit right. Expensive set off of the Cornwell truck. I swear by Cornwell. Some of you may swear by Snap-on. I love my Cornwell. Okay. New box. About $1,000. Got a good deal on it. Couldn't pass it up. Now, as for my old toolbox, not much sits in there anymore. We've got some random things in the top, chargers for my impact, and for my DeWalt drill and nut driver. Most of these drawers, as you can see, are empty now. I emptied them into my other box. Firecrackers I used to use to mess around at the other shop. These are spline drives. This is also kind of new. Not a lot of fasteners you come across are going to be spline drives, but you're going to need these. Alright. Another empty drawer. Another empty drawer. Another empty drawer. And here's a not empty drawer I have. It's an air drill. A little air hammer. My 3/8 butterfly impact, an air saw, which can come in handy, an angle grinder, great for cutting things and sanding stuff down, my die grinder / cutoff tool, Cornwell, and another one, Harbor Freight. Not as much power, but it does get the job done. It does. It broke once. I took it apart and fixed it. All good. And as you can see, still a junk drawer. Bunch of random stuff in it. Brake tools, nuts, bolts, tape. Extra stuff that I just haven't used. Tie straps. This stuff I like to keep around just in case I need it. Batteries. Bags. RTV silicone. Empty drawer. And here we have some kits. We have a compression gauge set. You should always have a compression tester. I've used this. It may be Harbor Freight, but it's worked just as good as any other one I've used. Stop hating. Fuel pressure tester. Harbor Freight. It's got all the hookups you need. Alright, down here I just keep a bag of rags. And as a lot of mechanics you've seen, and technicians you've seen on YouTube, have a spill-free funnel. You use it to burp. And to burp what? The cooling system. Now, I'm sure you've seen, that's why it's spill-free. That thing that comes up out of there. Okay? And here are all your attachments for different types of radiators, different types of angles you need to put them on. Pretty cool. And here I have a pressure test kit. All the different connectors, stuff like that for testing your cooling system. Yes, Harbor Freight. It doesn't matter. It works just fine. And finally, last but not least, we'll take a walk outside. Oh, I've got my creeper and my torch, you know, and my light, some extra drill bits and screw extractors, a whole bunch more tools, as I said before, This is my OBD2 scanner and another more advanced multimeter. Oh, and look at that. An old wheel bearing off of my wife's Neon. Let's take a walk. Now, I keep this in my car because what if I get a flat? I don't want to use a four-way. Who does? And here, I have my 1/2-inch Milwaukee. This thing, it really kicks butt. It really kicks ass. I have to say kicks ass because that's really how good it is. I couldn't imagine doing some of the work that I've done without having it. It is just amazing. If you guys want any tool reviews on them, I'd be willing to do them. Just put it in your comments if you want some reviews on it. I'll show you how well they work. There isn't anything I can't do with them. So that about wraps it up. Pretty soon I'm going to get back into some repair videos. I've been a little indisposed. I plan on filling that box too. And much more tools to buy. I have a few laying around the shop still that I haven't went to go get. Ramps, always good to have for when you don't need to take the tires off. Great, just drive it up on the ramp. Boom. Jack stands, 3 tons on each side. I doubt you're going to be working on a 6,000-pound vehicle, and if you are, don't use those. And my floor jack, low profile, Pittsburgh. But it's rapid pump. You pump this thing up like 4 times and it's up real far up off the ground. Alright. So we kept it pretty simple. And as I always sign off with, play with shit. Have a nice day. Please subscribe or comment with whatever you please. Keep it nice. Thanks, and everyone have a good day, night, or whenever you're watching this.